Hi everyone, welcome into topic 4 DQ1. Let's go ahead and get into it. First step, let's go ahead and type our name. I'll just type my first name. When I type it, there isn't going to be anything that populates here. And now the first step is over here. It says enter the budget for 1 month of each category, format as a currency with 2 decimal places like $12.34. And so I'm going to pause the video at this point. I'm just going to go through and fill this out. Take your time filling this out. This is just supposed to be for 1 month. So put all your stuff that you pay for within 1 month for housing, everything for food, but this is just 1 month's worth of totals that you're putting in here. Last thing, try to fill out everything just so every single column here has something, at least 1 to 2 things. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, we are back. Now the problem is these are not formatted, right? And now the easy way to do this is we're actually going to highlight everything. And the reason being, and I'll explain this when we get to subtotals, is that if you add more things to these lists, which you probably won't, but just in case, that they will already be formatted correctly. So right click, format cells, currency, 2 decimal places, and now everything is formatted properly. So that is step 1. I'll see you in step 2 where we will go into doing the subtotals and the percentages. So I'll see you in a second. Step 2. All we're going to do is now we're going to start summing up all these values. So the first one is housing. So we're going to say equals, not housing, sum. And now we want to grab this whole column. Again, the reason being is if we add something to this column at any point in time, our sum will now auto update. And we're going to go through all of these and do the same thing. So now sum for food. Again, we want the whole entire column. Enter. Equals sum. Now we're going to go grab utilities. And again, you can speed through this at any point if you know where this is going, because all we're doing is the same command, a bunch of sums. Now we have auto, again the whole column. The next one is going to be recreation, whole column, and finally we want to get other. And one more sum after that because we want a monthly total. So we're now going to do equals sum again, but now we're just going to go add up all of our subtotals. And that gives us our monthly total. So $5,786.61. Of course, yours will be different. And now this last thing for part 2 before we get to part 3 is the percentage. Now we have our monthly total, we have our subtotals, we just need to find our percentages. So it's going to be equals our subtotal divided by our total. Now I don't want to do this all the way down. I can do this a little bit more efficient by just putting a $, C, $, it's living in column C, and then row 23. And the reason why I'm doing that is now if I drag this all the way down, so click on your cell, go to the right corner, you have the black cross, drag all the way down, stop before monthly total, right, just other, and these will autofill. Now these don't look like percentages, so let's do that next. Highlight, we're going to right click, we'll go to format cell, percentage, we'll do 2 decimal places, that's fine. Now we have some nice percentages, and again the last thing is it says it should be 100%. That kind of tells us if we did it right, so we're going to say sum, and we're going to add up all of our percentages, and fingers crossed, good, we get 100%. Alright, so that is it for part 2. Part 1, fill this out, make sure they're formatted properly. Part 2, we have our subtotals and our percentages. And part 3, I will see you in a second. We'll go ahead and make the pie chart and bar chart. Let's go ahead and finish this last thing for this tab. Notice there are 2 tabs here, budget and percent change, and it even says right here. Okay, so it says insert a pie chart, make sure the categories in either percentages or subtotals are displayed on the chart. Make sure to set the chart title appropriately. So I'm going to go highlight these 2 columns. I'm just going to use subtotals. And I'm going to go up to insert. I'm going to go to the one that looks like a pie chart and my first option. And now I just need to drag it down. I'll put it in place. And the next thing that we need to do, I'm going to get to the chart title in a second, but I need to add a chart element. Now I have the plus sign here, which is nice and easy for me. If you don't have it, you should notice up here under chart design, there is also add chart element. All right, so that's kind of your backup if you don't have the plus sign. We're going to go to data labels. As soon as I click data labels, it gives me the subtotals, which is awesome. And now I'm just going to go morph the chart title, and that is going to be it for the pie chart. We're just going to say subtotals budget. And we're essentially going to go do the same thing except with the bar chart. So over here, it says insert a bar chart. Make sure the category names are included. This chart should show subtotals or percentages, but not both. Add access titles and set these as well as the chart title. So same idea. We're going to go highlight the exact same cells. We're going to go to insert, and the bar chart is living up here, and we want this first option. And all I'm going to do is drag it over to where it should live. Now I need to add access titles, so if I click on it, again, I have the plus sign. If you don't have it, you do have add chart element. So maybe I'll use this, right? I want access titles. It added that one, and maybe I want to go do the other one. It'll add both, right? So you can always use that as a backup. I'll just say subtotal. Let's say budget categories. That's fine. And I'll just say budget total or subtotal budget. And I'll just say budget totals. Again, nothing, just as long as it makes sense. Okay, so that is it for the budget tab. There is one more tab for percent change, so I will see you in the next section here. Let's go ahead and work on this percent change tab. The very first thing, all it wants us to do, it says monthly budget from the previous tab. And so we're just working on connecting tabs here. So we're going to say equals. We're going to go back to our budget sheet, and I'm going to go look for my monthly total. And if I press enter, it'll take me right back. Okay, now it says suppose your monthly income is 150% of your budget, right? So here's my budget. I need to take this value and multiply it by 150%, which is the same thing as 1.5. Right, so now it's assuming this is my monthly income, which would be great. What percent of your income is your monthly budget? So it's saying what percent of your income is your monthly budget? All we have to do for that is say equals our monthly budget divided by our income. Enter. We should all have this same number because we decided to set our income at 150% of our budget. And if you think about that ratio 100 to 150, that is 2/3 or 66.67%. Now it says suppose your income increases by 10%. What is your new monthly income? So we're going to take our new monthly income and multiply it by an increase in 10%. So we don't want to multiply it by 1 because that would be 100%. There'd be no change. So 10% on top of that would be 1.1. Awesome. And now it says if your monthly income remains at 150% of your monthly budget, meaning we want to keep this ratio the same between our income and our budget, all we have to do is, well, we know here's our income, and we know our monthly budget is 66.67% of that. And so here's our new monthly budget. Now it says, what is the percent increase in your monthly budget? And if you think about this, so what did we do? We took our monthly income, we added 10%, and then we saw what our new budget was. Now, it should be the same kind of ratio, right? It should just be a 10% increase. If I increase my monthly income by 10%, that would mean my new monthly budget also did a 10% increase, but let's go verify. So we have equals, it's going to be our new monthly budget divided by our old monthly budget, Now if I left it at this, I'm going to get 110%, and so I want to get rid of 1 here. That's a formula we used, I think, a while back, and we have a 10% increase. So take your time. I know I went through this one a little bit faster. The main point of this was getting us used to connecting another sheet to a new sheet. That's what we did here. All right, so let me know if any questions.